Greetings to one and all. Welcome to the 12th Global Accessibility Awareness Day 2023, another year of spreading accessibility awareness to make this world inclusive. Today we have Latha Kalimani as one of our speakers. Now, Latha is currently heading a preschool named Vidyaramb in California as a director. She has over 20 years of expertise in the field of engineering and has held numerous positions at Wipro Technologies. In 2015, she decided to take a vacation from her engineering employment and began working with children. She soon realized that this was more meaningful and close to her heart. She started working with children as a volunteer, assisted teachers in their classrooms, and led an educational program. She also taught in preschools and later accepted the administrative role in a cultural immersion preschool in California. Her husband and two daughters support her ventures. She likes to read, listen, and look at the stars in the sky. We are pleased to have a winsome personality like her as our speaker today.
Hi all, namaste and greetings. This is Latha Kalimani, and I'm happy to be with you all on this Global Accessibility Awareness Day. To introduce myself, I have engineering as my educational background and worked in the software and information technology for a few years. And I decided to take a break from the IT sector and move on to work with children. I started working with children as a volunteer in an organization called CMCA, which is Children's Movement for Civic Awareness. I grew up in the organization to lead a program for them in Bangalore. It so happened that I have to move out of Bangalore to California, USA, to support my family. After moving to California, I continue to work with children. Um, I got an opportunity to work with children with special needs, children who have been diagnosed with autism, ADHD, or in the autism spectrum disorder. Currently, I am heading a cultural immersion preschool as a director. Yeah. Before getting on to the session, I would like to put a disclaimer. Um, and I am still a learner. Um, and my talk today is more of a experience sharing than an expert talk. Um, I am still gaining knowledge on the special education and the experience of working with children. So, mentioning that, let me just get into the session now. Um, this is just a stats that I pulled with a simple Google search, which says the WHO World Health Organization Autism Survey says that around 1 in 100 children have been diagnosed with autism. USA estimates that 1 in 36 children suffering because of autism or ASD. And USA seems to be ranking the highest in the childhood or adolescent ADHD prevalence. Um, I mean, those are the statistics, are the numbers. To simply put, it is more and it is increasing, which indicate that the children need more attention and children need good accessibility to lead a normal life and to have a relaxing or whatever that they want to do in their life. Accessibility, what I don't know, my thoughts on accessibility goes like this. Accessibility is physical, accessibility can be learning, accessibility, social emotional accessibility is also needed for children. As an educator and working with early childhood aged children, my thought and feeling always goes towards the learning and the social emotional aspect. Physical physical accessibility is kind of visible, um, more of what to say, we will be able to perceive it, or with a good um, expert consultation, um, accessibility could be achieved. Say for example, it could be the hearing disability, or the vision, or the maneuvering disability. um, the science and the technology has progressed so well that physical accessibility is kind of streamlined, and there are many devices now which are very advanced in serving the purpose, and easily accessible also. Maybe it could be the affordability that it's just a matter of affordability for everyone, I would say, and that also is being made easy by organizations like Prakat, organizations like Mitra. Um, on the aspect of I was also hearing, and the research or the science aspect involved in the physical accessibility. Say, for example, in the maneuvering in the wheelchair. I heard from my daughter that they gave a proposal for the wheelchair to have gears to help um, in the climbing up on a ramp, having a timer which can just set an alarm when the person is sitting to indicate that the person has been sitting in the wheelchair for a long time and it is time to move. So just to put it simply, it is growing. It is available, which is all good, which can help the children to use them, and just be normal with their peers with those devices. Coming to the learning accessibility, I want to put this as a as a story of how the day goes in a special day classroom. So, as I mentioned, the special day classroom is special. The classroom enrolls children with special needs, children who have been diagnosed with disabilities. It could be physical disability, or it could be autism or ADHD. Children who have been diagnosed with disabilities can be enrolled in the special day classroom. And this is a concept that I was not very much familiar when I joined the classroom, I would say, because in India I was not aware of such classrooms, because I have seen children in the regular classroom. Of course, maybe some of the private schools have a special classroom, special learning setup for them. But in the government schools, I don't remember seeing a special day classroom, which is which is which is something that I would say that the policymakers should think of, like how it is being done in the USA, because I'm seeing some pros in having special day classrooms, because the children are getting the special attention they need. The con could be they are they're separated from their peers, who the abled peers, or missing out the regular classroom setup, I would say. Yeah. In a special day classroom, the day actually begins with setting up the classroom for children. When I say setting up the classroom, that involves the visuals around the classroom, the devices that they will be needing like it could be a therapeutic ball, or it could be a play item, providing a calm, provide giving them some relaxing mindset. The visuals that is in the classroom should be soothing to calm them down. Um, as children in the special day classroom or who have been diagnosed with autism might have some intense energy very often, and there is a need to soothe them down and to give a calm or relaxing atmosphere. So that is also one of the parameters or aspects of the learning accessibility, I would say. If that is not available, um, children might not have a good day, might not have a relaxing day as they enter the classroom. So when we set up this, we are providing um, um, an environment that is suited for them, that can make them comfortable in the classroom. Next comes the teachers, qualified teachers. When I say qualified teachers, the theory of special education is one, but there are other aspects also around it. Setting up the environment. Teachers who are skilled enough, they will be having the knowledge, or as they observe more, they will be able to set up the classroom um, according to the needs of the children enrolled in the classroom. And now comes the devices, the technology devices that are needed to provide the education that the children need, or to provide whatever we call it as teaching. Some of the children in the classroom are so smart that they will be able to resolve problems in math, or able to take up some literacy activity, or take up an art activity in a very sharp way, in a very smart way. Um, so again, it is left to the teachers to observe and take up activities according to the um, needs of the children, or according to the capability of the children. Um, the technology devices that I was referring to, um, there have been children in my, just taking the classroom that I worked as an example. Um, there were children who had challenges in the speech, who had challenges in hearing. And there was a child. She was able to, when we see her, her eyesight, the vision is normal, but there was a small challenge of taking up the colors, the contrast that is needed in the visuals that we put across. There was a challenge for her to um, I not able to identify the colors that is shown. So it needs a, when we show up something to her, we have to put it in an inclined way. Um, that is also part of the learning accessibility. Are we, as teachers, are we are we understanding? Are we getting the needs of the children? Um, and are the teachers trained enough to take up the challenges? Another example that I would like to mention is a boy having a challenge in the speech, but he's a very smart boy. He could take up anything, any math problem that we are giving on that age. He will be able to solve it. But there was a challenge for him to communicate. So there were the speech tablets. Speech tablets are a very commonly used in the special day classroom. Um, by the therapists and by the teachers like us. Also, we used the speech tablets. Um, we used iPads, the Galaxy Pads, where the app have been installed. So it is like showing the tablets or showing the iPads to the child and asking him to touch it. As he touches the visuals, the sound or the words pop out, which will tell us that this is what the child wants to do next. So one day, the child's parent brought a device which they said that this is good. They are seeing the device providing lots of options, and the child is also showing improvement in his communication. We thought that it is another tablet or another iPad, and it is going to be, I mean, and maybe few hours for us to just to um, learn it and be familiarized with it. Actually, no. It took a few days for us to know about the device, what exactly is there in the device, which I would say that there was a, I mean, when we took some time, it's like delaying the the accessibility for the child, actually speaking. Um, but again, the parents were kind, and they came, they gave the training to us, and we were able to operate the device. So why I quoted that example is, I want to tell that teachers need such training. Teachers need training on the um, assistive technology devices, the new devices that are coming up, whether we are getting it is a question, I would say. Needs improvement, and that is kind of evolving rather. Now, and I came to know about robots assisting the teachers, robots assisting parents at home as well. While as an educator, I don't want to recommend a robot being with a child, but when I attended the workshop and I saw the how the robot is assisting to give instruction, I was feeling that yeah, it is good. It is good to have the technology to assist the teachers, because the robots can have that rhythm or can have the uniformity in the pace that instruction has been delivered, because the children diagnosed with autism, they are very sensitive. They are very sensitive to the speed. They are very sensitive to the tone in which we deliver the instruction, in which we speak to them. So sometimes such, yeah, as humans we might miss or slip on that. Robots are helpful, provided we use it in a in the right way for the children. Now comes the accessibility on the social emotional support. This is the very sensitive and an emotional topic for me. Um, what is when we say social emotional support, especially for the children, that is critical. Um, the children are already having some challenges. They till they reach that adulthood or till they reach that adult age, they are just taking it there. Whatever the challenges that they are having is actually not troubling them. They are just on their own. They want to just show up on whatever they are doing. They want to continue to do that. So um, the more the support that they need from us is the empathy aspect. Not sympathizing with them, but showing empathy and understanding their feelings, um, why or how they are doing it, why they are doing it. That requires an empathy. Can we get it through a training, or can we get it through the written notes? I don't know. that needs a special heart. That's another aspect of accessibility for children. And how supportive are we to the parents? Because parents are their first teachers. Everything starts at home. Um, Parents are most of the parents whom I have interacted, they have accepted whatever the challenges or whatever the difference that they are seeing in their children. They've accepted it, and they are also kind of learning to how to get along, what to do, and the network that they have built is strong. I would say one of my friends who is having a child diagnosed with autism, she was telling me that they have formed the parents community is so strong that they have developed a village kind of an atmosphere for them to make them feel independent, to build some handcraft items to teach them, and whatever the child, any individual child is capable of doing, they are trying to strengthen it. Everything is happening um, at home, actually. It's not that the child is getting this knowledge from the school. It's happening at home. This is in India. So when we get children enrolled in our classrooms, how supportive are we to the parents is another aspect of accessibility, I would say. So sharing, this is something that I thought of sharing today on the Global Accessibility Awareness Day. As I said, I would like to mention again. It's not a talk, but more of an experience sharing on how the classroom was, or what are my thoughts and feelings towards the accessibility for children diagnosed with autism, ADHD, or in the autism spectrum disorder. I would like to end my session with a request to the technology experts. Please take some time to create the awareness on the devices available for children to use. Create the awareness in the parents group that such devices are going to be useful, and it is going to improve the learning curve for the children, or making them independent, and allowing them to be with with the with the with the peers in the world, allowing them to be normal in the world, I would say. Thank you all um, for spending your time to listen to me. Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Abik and Arunima, for giving this opportunity. See you then. Bye.